Welcome back to Views with Hughes, your Jennifer News. This is Jerome Hughes, and if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. So, coming in from Bound into Comics, we see that Amazon is still losing its prime. I'm talking about this because of the fact that two big headlines came from Amazon on Bound into Comics, where a rumor says here that Prime Video's Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, lost 63% of its domestic audience, okay? And along with the fact that there's a particular restructuring, not restructuring of positions, but where it says that they're starting to rank some scrapping some ranking shows based on the audience scores, because it revealed that the audience found queer stories off-putting. So these are some interesting developments. We're going to get into the details here. It says here that a new rumor claims that Prime Video's Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power saw much of its initial audience completely tune out of the series, and it never even finished all the episodes, i.e. the different people out there watching the show itself, and they stopped it mid-season because of the fact that they didn't like the direction it was going, as well as the fact that it lacked any creativity, to the point where they just lost interest and then just turned off the app altogether. This new rumor comes from Hollywood reporters Ken Masters, who claims the sources confirmed that the Rings of Power had a 37% domestic completion rate with customers who watched the entire series. So you mean to tell me only 30% of people who watched it, and most likely these might have been those who were, as they call it, hate watching as well as hate reviewing it? Interesting. Well, the author adds, overseas, it reached 45%. A 50% completion rate would be solid, but not a spectacular result, according to insiders. So, in other words, overseas hated it too. People overseas hated it as well. So, going further, and it's like, even like the fact that we all know 45 is less than 50, it like 50 still, isn't good enough, but at the same time, it was like, it's okay-ish, but less than half of the population worldwide hates it. And that's a shame, because of the fact that they kept pushing it as one of the most viewed shows, based on the fact that there's like 25 million people watching it and everything of the first two episodes, but later on it just fell off. Okay, but anyway, according to Nielsen, the Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power ranked over 53 billion minutes viewed in North America when the series' first two episodes were released on September 1st, 2022. Following the release of the show's third episode, the minutes viewed decreased to 1.2 billion minutes viewed. 1.203 billion minutes viewed. In its third week, the show's minutes viewed declined even further to 988 million minutes viewed. The downward trend continued in the show's fourth week, when it declined to 977 million minutes. The fifth week fell off to 966 million minutes, and it kept going down there. But they did see the bump in its final episode, which is the season finale, where it ranked 1.137 billion minutes. Okay, so it says here to put the decline on that Masters is reporting in perspective. The first season of Batwoman lost 60% of its premiere audience in its first season. So you mean to tell me it did worse than Batwoman? Interesting. And then the TV series finale reports that Batwoman had 1.86 million viewers in the show's premiere. It dropped to 739,000 viewers by season 1 finale. Ouch. That's a decrease of 60.27%, where Batwoman will eventually be canceled after 3 seasons as its viewership continued to decline. So, does this actually mean that that the show is on the same fate as Batwoman was, to cancellation after 3 seasons, or are they going to continue with the 5-season expected run like they've planned for before? Okay, but despite the report, Amazon revealed that their fourth quarter results for 2022 that the Rings of Power attracted more than 100 million viewers worldwide to the first season. But the thing is, that's at the start of it, not through the rest of it, even though there was a bump in the season finale, But they say the fact that it's the most watched show, but at the same time, they didn't want to talk about if people enjoyed it or not. You know, because of the fact that they're going to see that there was like a lot more people who hated it than those who actually enjoyed it, and they didn't want that. And then there's also this Amazon Studio scrapping ranked shows based on the audience scores because it revealed audiences found certain stories off-putting. You know, that which came from the LGBT T stories. Okay. So it says here, new report claims that Amazon Studios scrapped an audience ranking system after data revealed audiences were put off by queer stories and themes. This new report comes from the Hollywood Reporter's Kim Masters once again, who details that Amazon's reliance on testing and data led to a clash late summer, specifically following a marketing meeting regarding the company's League of Their Own series. I don't know anything about the series. I don't have any interest in it because the movie's better. You know, usually the movie or the book turns out to be better than the series, but I digress. Masters notes during this meeting, an Amazon executive pointed out that data showed audiences found queer stories off-putting and suggested downplaying those themes and materials promoting the show. Interesting. So now they see particular content out there that the audience doesn't really view as desirable, whether they're straight or even gay or lesbian and everything. They're just not interested in these kind of stories. So now they're starting to see what's actually happening. You mean to tell me that Amazon is starting to become a step ahead of Disney right now? That's a shame. That's a shame right there. But moving along. On top of this, Masters also detailed multiple sources say Amazon's system often ranked broad series featuring straight white male leads above all others. I mean, that's not always the case. I mean, you also have a few black male leads and the other diversity series that's done right. Okay? So according to the report, the show's co-creator Will Graham launched into an interrogation of the system, which resulted in Amazon dropping the system of ranking shows based on audience scores. This new report appears to lend credence to a previous rumor from Hollywood Insider, WW Pro, at that Park Place that claimed multiple Hollywood focus groups chose a dummy police show versus a woke-style police show. Well, this is pretty interesting because of the fact that the long said and drawn out quote, "Go woke, go broke" is still coming to fruition and being proven right. So yeah, this is more evidence that people, you know, they don't want anything political. They do want diverse stuff only when it's done correctly, not when it's being thrown into people's faces. People enjoy diversity. I like it too, but at the same time, it's like, don't use my race as a way of trying to get a bigger audience, trying to make more money and stuff in the incorrect way. Don't give us things that's giving us basically breadcrumbs. You know, where I mean by that, taking what superheroes that's based off of a white character and turning them black. Okay. Otherwise, you're just trying to sell something that's not going to work with us, and you're losing tune of that. You know, you're out of tune with us. Okay. But let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Do you think that Amazon is actually going to be further ahead with the content than Marvel or any other companies as well? Or do you think that they're just going to regress back to what they were doing, which is going further into woke? Let me know. Let me know in your comments below. Also, let me know what went wrong in the video, and be sure to also add any additional thoughts and things that I did not cover in the video. Also, if you enjoyed what I shared in this video, go ahead and smash the like button and also share far wide across social media. And if you enjoyed what I stated in this video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.